Letters made of gold, written on the rainbow, there's wisdom to behold. My friend the little sparrow flew close enough to see, written on...
When I was born, my kneecaps were on the opposite side. That's how badly deformed my legs were. My kneecaps were on the opposite side. I was going to school every day in 3rd grade. I noticed something. I noticed that I was totally different. I was the only one in a wheelchair, and I was the only one that didn't have legs. And that really made me stick out. It made me feel uncomfortable. It was hard for me to relate to the other students. It was hard for me just to do a lot of things that everyone else was doing in school. And the big thing for me was playing sports. I think you could wrestle. And I'm like, huh? Wrestle? How? Would that be possible? I don't even have legs. Would that even be allowed? He said, yeah. What you have to do is you have to hop out of your wheelchair, jump on a mat, grab people's legs, and take them down. I was like, whoa, all right. If you really want to do it, do it. Just be careful, try hard, and do your best. And so the very next year, I went out for high school wrestling team in 9th grade. And that first practice was the biggest day of my life. All right, I'm going to have Charlie and Mountain here demonstrate what a regular able-bodied takedown looks like to 2 wrestlers, all right? So Charlie, why don't you just take him down with a simple and safe double leg takedown, all right? Over here, right in the center, guys. Yeah. So I'm going to have him demonstrate what a normal takedown looks like. Here it goes. Simple double leg. Nice. All right. So for me to wrestle, it was going to be a little bit different, obviously, since I didn't have legs. Charlie, I'm going to use you. Stand right. Don't worry, I won't hurt him. But for me to wrestle, it was going to be a little bit different since I didn't have legs. So the first thing my coach told me to do was to get down low, which was easy enough since I didn't have legs, and shoot at my opponent's ankles and take him down. So when I wrestle, it kind of looked like this. All right, you ready, Charlie? All right. Like that. That's how I wrestle. That's how I take people down. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Marlon. So, going back to that first end zone. And now he wanted me to do a pyramid of 10 push-ups. And a pyramid of 10 push-ups goes something like this. It's not just 1, 1, 2, you know. It's like this. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and all the way up to 10. I'm not going to do 10 now, all right? Maybe next time. Am I really doing this for the sport of wrestling? Do I really love it that much? And the answer was yes. And I'm telling you this story because when I was a kid, people always told me what I could and couldn't do because I didn't have legs. And to be honest with you, most of the time they would tell me what I couldn't do. So anytime someone challenged me in life, I wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to show them that anything was possible, and that I could do anything that I put my mind to, even though I didn't have legs.
Philosophy. When you walk the streets, you'll have no cares if you walk the lines and not the squares. As you go through life, make this your goal. Watch the donut, not the hole.
He never gave up, and he was so persistent with what he does.
Like, whenever he was given, challenges, he always, over-exceeded them. And he never did the minimum. He always did the best that he could.
I thought it was really cool that he was so committed because as an athlete, a lot of times you go through really, really tough challenges, and the fact that he had even bigger challenges makes you want to work even harder.
Just that he had the courage to go to college and not wanted to be a manager, but wanted to actually wrestle for the team.
I wish I could push myself as hard as he could, but I don't know, it seems harder than it really is.
I thought it was really unique how he could do all those things, because it's not like he can do regular push-ups because he doesn't have his legs, so he makes the best of what he has.
It just made me realize how I'm grateful for having legs and having everything that I have in life. So
when he said that he really pushes himself, and when he was talking about how when his team went up the mountain and he walked it instead of ran it, I was thinking about how determined and how he'd push himself and how I can do that with grades and like going to college. And
He was a good speaker, and you could tell that he put effort into what he did, and he was a really cool guy. And I just admired how confident he was, how he never gave up. And like, I'm an athlete, so I took from that, like, I need to be doing what he's doing. And you know, don't try to be good, try to be the best.
He looked like a really strong person. He didn't care about what people thought about him or anything, and he said that it was hard for him in the beginning, but now that he's used to it.
Well, there's not that many wrestlers, and people are kind of scared to try out for the sport, and it's kind of cool that a guy with no legs would go out for a sport that's so hard. And I mean, most people can't do it. It's too much for them to handle.
It's really amazing that he can do all that he does with what we think would be a disadvantage, but he makes it something he can live with.
I thought it was just really cool. Basically, he was just talking about his life and how, you know, he's always felt like just because he doesn't have legs that he never had like a disadvantage. You know, he always worked hard at what he did.